Hello and welcome everybody to a brand new season of Avorion. We kind of finished off the last stream, so this time I'm going to do something a bit different. I think it's time to expand our knowledge. So this playthrough, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you basically the easy ways of doing this. FYI, this is on Expert, I believe. The server, yes, it's on Expert. So it's right below hardcore, which we may do hardcore and insane later on. But this one, I'm going to explain how to do certain things and how to get things done to a higher degree so you can really kick some ass. As well as we're going to do some sciencey things. We're going to test some things out. Like, there's one thing that I definitely want to test out. Like, we just literally just started the server, restarted it. Is I want to build a turret factory over here and bring it back to wherever my main base is. And I want to see if it keeps its tech value. So, like, its tech value, if you look at turrets, let's go to personal inventory. So I hit P to get this menu. This has all your personal stuff, like your player profile, which shows you all this stuff. I just went to inventory. If you look at this, the very first number is its tech level. So the closer you get to the center of the galaxy, the higher the tech level, the better the guns, yada yada yada. I want to see if I can build a turret factory there and bring it back. It hasn't been confirmed that you lose the tech value. I just want to see what happens. If there's anything sciencey or you're unfamiliar with, please let me know down in the comments. We will either test it or we will let you know what the answer is to that. So, as with all starting areas, you start out in this little, well, floaty piece of shit. Pew, pew, pew. I mean, it can't really do much. And if you get shot by, like, I don't know, a water gun, you fucking die. So, the best thing to do is to go into strategy mode, take a look around. Usually every starting sector has one of those. An asteroid that you can go up to and claim. So this is like the early game money. Best way to make money early on, if I'm being honest. And I will show you a better way of making money than sending them on a trade route. Like, mind you, I was recently, maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago ish, I want to say, taught how to do it this way, and you get way more money. Like, my single player, I'm in just unlocked Trinium, but I'm making like 3.8 million with two trade ships every like 30 minutes. It's insane. It's really nice. So usually every starting system either has one of these asteroids or one of those secret stashes that you can open and you get like a gun and a subsystem or something from. But these usually give you some good money early game, so you can kind of get yourself going. So the first thing to do is obviously fly up to this thing. I think you got to be like 0.2 from it. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yep, there you go. Then you hit F, claim it. Then you hit F again. You can either found a mine, which we'll go over this kind of stuff later. You can found a mine, and you can have. Oh, they're actually not that expensive. For some reason, I was thinking 24 million for one of these things. Okay, so these are actually not that bad. So if you know an area that needs a certain resource, like noble metal mine, like if they need gold and platinum, boom, this bad boy. If they need gold and silver, I think that one, or if they need silver and platinum, boom. You would, but you basically need a trading subsystem and a trading ship to be able to like kind of see what is available once you know. Excuse me, my nose is a little runny today. But once you know what the area it needs, and I'll show you that once we get a trade ship and all that stuff running, I'll show you basically how to set up one of these. So this thing will give you just passive income. You don't have to send it on a trade route. You don't have to have a ship come in and sell this stuff for you. The AI ships will come in and buy stuff from them, and you will make money. But for now, we're going to go down to here's sell asteroid. There are two reasons why you'd want to sell an asteroid. One, if you want to get your reputation up. If your reputation's high enough, I think if it's like good or better, like 65,000 rep, which I'll show you here in a second how to check that. You won't gain any rep, but you'll get more money. So that's the other reason why you'd want to do this, is to sell it for the money. So I want the money. I don't give a crap about rep right now, so I'm going to take the money. So now I have 200,000 because you start with 10,000 credits because apparently your parents died and they left you money or some shit. I don't know. Just magical money showed up in your fucking account. Excuse my language. Maybe I should stop swearing so much. Anyways, so to check the reputation with factions, if you hit P, come over here to diplomacy right here. You can see that. I see these guys at 85,000 with them. I gained nothing. So I'm assuming it's 65,000 or higher. And then you can kind of see who they are, whether or not you want to become allies with them, because you can get them to call. You can call in some of their ships later. It costs like 3 mil to get like a reinforcement thing, but 3 mil later on is going to be nothing. So as of right now, what we need to do, the next step after we've gotten our initial cash buff, is to start mining resources. So this is going to take a little while. Unfortunately, early game, there's really no way around this. It's just going to take some time. I know how much I need to be able to build the ship that I want. I know I need at least 500 iron to build this stupid block. Because for some reason a block costs 500 stupid iron because it's stupid and... fine. But this is basically what you do. You just go up to these little asteroids. Yeah, collect iron. There are 7 different resources in the galaxy. Yeah, right up here in the upper left. You can see that there's iron, titanium, naonite, trinium, xenium, augenite, avorion, blah, blah, blah. Iron, you already know. Titanium, the way to unlock that is just to mine up some titanium, and it's the only resource that you can actually do that with. The rest of them, there are ways to get them. This playthrough, I'm going to fight pirates every single time, all the way up to Xenion will be the last one I'll do that with. Because Augenite and Avorion, I'm still kind of unfamiliar with, and last time I just kind of bought my way through that stuff because I had like 22 billion credits. It was, I don't know, some kind of bug or something. So, right now, this is what I'm going to be doing for, I don't know, the next friggin' 15 years, maybe. So, I'll be back when I got enough to bring in my new ship and kind of show you the next step. Now, as you can see right there, I just mined up some titanium, and we get the collect titanium, the milestone. I'll show you that here in a second. Let me just finish mining up this. I haven't really done a whole lot. I've mined like 2 iron asteroids since. And we're almost to the iron we need. Once you've mined up titanium, FYI, if you hold down left shift, you can have your mouse float around. So I'm going to get rid of that. Thank you. Oops. L is to open up your mail. So titanium, this is the only one you'll get in the mail like this. The rest, you buy at a smuggler market for an extremely amount of freaking credits. You could buy it for ores if you have a mining vessel that can hold the amount of ores that a faction wants for it, and you need to have at least decent rep with them to be able to buy it. Or you can gain 65,000 rep with a faction and buy it from their shipyard, which is still fairly expensive. Or you just kick some pirates' ass in that area of where that resource is. So, like, the closer you get to the center of the galaxy, obviously, that's where how the resources work. So, usually you start out on this outer edge. You know, like, I think last time we started, like, way up here or something. Somewhere over here. But usually you start out on the edge. I have never been, like, really out here. Other than the Project Exodus, I think it's called. But anyways, as you get closer towards the center, the resources start getting better. So, like, titanium will probably be around here, naonite will be here, trinium will be probably here, and xenium will be right next to the barrier. And then inside the barrier is augenite and avorion. We'll go through that later on. So there's a player profile, so like milestones that you can achieve that kind of help you to determine your progress. So that's hit P again, it gives you your player tab, I guess. And all the way over here on the left, player profile. So like I collected titanium. Now it's acquire building knowledge. So once I hit P, sorry again. Inventory, I go over here. I can either double left click or right click and use. There we go, milestone unlocked. So now, keep exiting that. So now this is done. So now I could build a ship with 5 subsystem sockets, but we're going to start with 2. Because there ain't exactly a whole lot of titanium in these starting systems. You can actually warp with this thing. It's not very far. What is that, like two thingies? But you can fly through gates. which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. However, I'm going to build the ship here, obviously, because we got... What do you guys got? So the equipment dock's going to have basically the subsystems you need in your ship to improve um, its usefulness, I guess. Holy crap, that's expensive. I'm not buying anything that expensive. I'm thinking something like that would be good. Yeah, I just want turrets and power on the first one so I could just turn it into a mining ship. But we'll cover that once I've got enough resources. Right now I need about 1,700 iron. So I have that. I need about 1,200 titanium, which I need about 1,000 more. So I'll come back when I got that 1,000. See if I can find some more in here. Quickly, before I know I just came back almost immediately. If you hit N, you get this tactical map, which can help you... Or make you go completely insane if it does that, because sometimes it'll do that. You can kind of scout around looking for these asteroids. It's kind of nice-ish. You can also use this to tell a ship to mine a certain asteroid, instead of just telling them to mine the whole sector, because they'll just mine anything that's close by. Like, if you're looking for just a specific resource, it's kind of annoying to do that in sector. Damn, there's like no titanium here. Wow, this system flat out sucks. This is another way you can find some resources early game. It makes it easier because you can, let's say, oh, I don't know, this rock. If I left click on it, then I hit escape, I can see in the upper part of my screen that arrow. That's basically the asteroid that I selected, and then you can see it's highlighted. So it's easier to track turrets. It's easier to track asteroids that way. For me at least, it might be a little bit easier for you to do it that way. It's worth a shot trying it that way. So, yeah, that's another way you can find some titanium. Unfortunately, this system's got really crappy nebula. Well, it's not really crappy. It's just, it's bad enough that it's kind of hard to see titanium. Which, titanium is like those rod-looking things. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot here, which is unfortunate. I mean, I could go through that. Oh, there was one. Crap, I just saw one. It's probably not that good, though. And where did it go? It was like over here, wasn't it? Wow. Crap. Where is it? I mean, you can also do... Just start clicking on stuff, seeing what they are. Is that it? No. Anyways, I'm going to go through that gate. Screw this. We're going to go through that gate. We're going to try to go towards into the titanium area, because that's what I really want to build my ships out of. So we need the one that's westish. Or sorry, eastish. So we want the east-northeast. And it's nice that once you click on it, it'll tell you how much it costs right down here. So 34 credits out of our 200,000 is nothing. Alright, so since I select, 69 meters or kilometers I'll be back when I got the titanium once again. I know I said I'll be back when I got the titanium for this ship. But it seems like there's not a whole lot... Oops, sorry, bumped my table. So it seems like there's not a whole lot here, so I'm going to move to another sector. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we went through that gate. Apparently, Dick over here, the adventurer, says, "Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you again." What do you mean again? I never met you before. Sorry again for your ship. I'm still working on your compensation. Well, then you're a dick. Because I don't know who the fuck you are. Apparently, we used to have a ship that got blown up or something. Or so, I don't know. I don't know what the backstory really is. You're operating on your own instead of working for a big faction. We should work together and show them that they're not... Will you help me? How the fuck can I help you? I'm in this little tiny thing. You seem like someone who just gets back up whenever they're beaten down. Yeah, it's always about... It's never about how much you can dish out. It's how much you can take and keep going, right? So, yeah, that's the name of the game. I was looking for someone like you, actually. Okay, this dialogue's a little bit funky. Okay, what the hell you want me for? I'm on a research mission. Well, then go research. Find out where the Zotan are coming from. That's pretty obvious. Everybody else in the galaxy seems to know, but you don't. What do you know about the Zotan? Well, their name is Zotan. That's about it. They are the scourge of the galaxy, so they're an alien race that is attacking innocent ships and stations. So they're basically pirates. Cool. Anyway, to stop them. Yeah, if you shoot them in the face and they die, that usually stops them. Once you've built yourself a good ship, would you like to help me? Well, I mean, that's the end game, so sure. You know, the most anticlimactic thing ever. Great. You know what? What? Let me tell your brand new captain here. Have this as a subsystem for your ship. You mean for my little pod here? Cool. Well, scanners to scan for mass and distant sectors. Oh, yeah, we'll keep that for now. Basically finds hidden sectors for you. I'll show you what that's all about. It's another way to make money. It's actually kind of nice that he gave me this. It's right there. There's yellow blips on the galaxy map. Yeah, maybe you'll find something good. Just be careful. There are pirates everywhere in those off-grid sectors. Kinda. We'll see each other once you made it further. Sure. Thank you. Alright, so what he's talking about is once I install that into a ship permanently, I'll see more than just these green dots up to a certain range. I'll see yellow dots, which are hidden mass signatures. So, like, these are energy signatures, so the other ones are mass. Sometimes you'll find, like, asteroids, claimable asteroids that you can make money off of, like we just did. You'll find crates, you'll find other ships that you can claim. Those are pretty uncommon, though. But anyways, I went to a new sector. It's a lot clearer here. Like, finding titanium shouldn't be too much of a problem here. And the nice thing is, the more gates that you go through, you'll stay safe. And I believe the home sector is the only one you can do this in, or a sector that you can control, which will go on later on in the series. But if you right-click on your home sector, you can switch to craft in the sector, and you can enter your drone there. So it doesn't matter how far away I go, I can come right back and spawn on my drone here. It's weird, but it helps. It's a tremendous help. So I'm gonna go get some more titanium, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have the titanium I do need, although I might go get more and try to make the ship a little bit bigger, so we can get a little bit more of, subsystems. If I can get a 4-slotter right away, and I'll explain what that is when we get the ship. But sometimes you'll come across these chunky asteroids, I guess, where there's like multiple asteroids forged into one. I believe iron and nanite are the only ones that look like this, if I remember. I'm not sure what Algonite and Avorion look like because I've never personally mined them, which we're gonna do this time inside the gate. We're gonna have ships ready to kick some butt in there when we go in there. So, yeah. I'm gonna mine this guy up. It's gonna take me a minute. We're gonna see where we're at after that and kind of figure out our next move. And kind of explain what we should be doing after that. So let me mine this up. Alright, final piece. There it is. So we started with about, what, 1,800? We're now at 15,000. So those are kind of worth it. It took me about 15, 20 minutes, I want to say, to get that thing, like, truly torn apart. I'm going to go to another sector, because I can always spawn back at the starting sector by this. Switch to craft. So basically, I right-click on it, and it gives me that drop-down menu. You could tag a sector. You could add a node if you find something specific, like a research facility or whatever. Uh, you could switch to the sector, which should put you in your drone immediately. I don't think. Yeah, see, look, I can only enter the coordinates manually or enter them into the nav center. And then here's the other one because it's a home sector or a sector that you own, which we'll go over later. Another thing you want to pay attention to early game is that number at the bottom of all that info of what's there. It tells you exactly how many asteroids are in that sector. So as long as you've been in that sector, it'll tell you, or if you've scouted it. We're here, the starting sector is 2,166, and right now I'm at somewhere 489. That's not anywhere good. You want to be in the 2,000 range or close to it. So I'm going to go to another sector and get some more titanium and see what we can do. So another thing about this end menu, now that I just kind of did that, is you can see where all the goods. This stuff over here is what they're selling. This is the stuff that they want. So if you're looking for something like rockets, I'm gonna need that later on. You could find specific crew or captains that you might need. And then the bulletin board, we'll kind of go over that a little bit later. That's a good mission, investigating missing freighters, and the lost friend missions are really good. But you kind of want to get, you know, one or two good combat ships going before you do something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going east. So I need that. Oh, it's going to bring me to a faction. You can see that this is owned by somebody else. The Galactic Commonwealth of Ukols, and then what's this other one? Xenion Legend 1. The Yo Shit Republic? Seriously? Who the fuck names these people? Hey, you know what? Let's give him a really crappy name by calling him the Yo Shits. Anyways, I'm gonna go to another sector. So this is gonna cost 221 credits. That's not that bad. Hopefully we can find another asteroid, make a little bit more money, because this ship's gonna be a little expensive. And with that object, or that radar booster thingy, that's gonna help us find more asteroids later on, so I'll kind of show you that once we get a ship rolling. Okay, so I'm taking a quick stop here at this equipment dock just to kind of show you what this is all about, plus they have something I want. So we're going to try to get 4 slots on this thing, one for that radar, one for an object detector, one for turret, and one for power consumption, because early on power consumption sucks ass. Oop, that's not what I want. So here you could buy, like I said, 3 million for the reinforcements transmitter. So if I was allied with them and I used that in a sector, they would have ships. 3 to 7 ships would show up, and they would have an hour cooldown. Calls them reinforcements from your allies, from that faction, the ally, if I was allied with them. There's also in sector buoy, marker buoy. You could put these in a sector if you want to mark something specific. There's a label applicator if you want to rename a sector. So if you have to own it, I believe. Allows you to rename a sector if you or your alliance control it. But yeah, you can rename sectors, which is really nice. There's an energy suppressor satellite, which for 10 hours will stop, should stop pirates and stuff from Enzo 10 from attacking a specific sector. I can think it's really fucking annoying. There's also these maps you can buy, and then this trade guild beacon, which we'll need later on to get a rare artifact. As you can see, the 5th thing on that list that says yes, no, yes, no. So they don't sell torpedoes, they sell utilities, turrets, subsystems, and rare artifacts. There's a Zotan artifact we need for later on in the game. That's only 1 million credits, it's not that bad. They also sell turrets. There's only 1 turret I'm looking for, and it's an arm mining titanium laser. So the way that the mining works in this, you get these purifying minings, which will purify the resources as you go. You won't get as much. That's why we're kind of taking our time getting this up. It's because we're using purifying. If you use arm mining laser, it'll give you ore, but it'll put it in your ship, so your ship needs to have a decent amount of cargo on it to be able to haul the ore to a resource station to be able to smelt up the resources, and you get way more. Alright, so what I wanted to buy was... what is it? That power consumption. I do want this, though. This 15%er will be handy later on. I'm not going to use it right away. And this guy. Cheap little thing. I'm going to buy that, and... what the fuck's the difference here? Both the same thing. One of those would be good. You need one of these to be able to see what kind of stuff is around. I'm trying to keep things cheap right now. As you can see, we just spent like 60, almost 70 grand, a little over 70 grand right there. So I'm going to try to keep things cheap early on until we find more stuff. I'm going to keep going east because this system, as you can see, is a piece of crap. 357 asteroids, not worthy enough. I can't really see any titanium or claimable asteroids. Oh, what the fuck was that? Okay, so they just had a bunch of ships warp in. I thought that was the Zotan for a second. I was like, oh shit, here we go. Which the Zotan aren't aggressive for some reason. Early on, I don't know how they used to be. I think it's if... but if you're shooting like your mining lasers or guns at somebody, They get pissed off at you immediately. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't even shooting at you. It's like, I don't care. You died for shooting the air or whatever. Anyways, I'll be back. Alright, welcome back. We finally got 5,000 titanium. I think this should be enough to do what I want to do with building. I basically went through a bunch of gates and found my way to about here. Which is... can we see? But you can kind of tell how far that is. Like, that's what, like, maybe 15, 20 sectors from the starting. So we're going to go back to this sector. We're going to switch to the drone, like I said earlier. Give it a second. It is a server. I think. Yep, moving player to sector, blah, 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 to craft. Yep, there it goes. So the server's a little bit slower. It is on a VPS, which is a virtual private server. So it's a little bit more sluggish. So now we're back in the starting sector. I haven't really touched any of the titanium here, so the next person that does start here, because I do believe we all start in the same sector on this server, they'll have access to the titanium that's here, but they won't have the claimable asteroid, which was really nice. I usually find one of those in the starting sectors via this little tactical map, which it's just you click N. I didn't find any more on my travels. No big deal. We'll be able to find more later on, so we'll be able to like get those, sell them. So what I'm gonna do for their benefit, for the other people that are joining, is I'm gonna make up some money, collect some money by finding more of those via the valuable object detector. Let's see if you guys even have one. No, but you do have a deep scan radar. Oh no, there's an object detector. That's all you really need. Got 14 minutes. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff in here that I really can't afford. This guy's only like 9 grand. So basically you have to dock to that station to be able to get it. Before we do though, we're gonna go to this, oops, that's the resource depot. We're gonna go to the shipyard, hit F. So I left clicked here, I hit F, it brings up this menu. I want to build a ship. Here, if you don't have any like designs from the workshop, which is probably a good idea to get some of those and go into creative, kind of take a look at them, see how they fit your style. You could also do this, and it'll give you a ship. However, I have some designs from the workshop that I've already done. I'm going to do ship only. This thing is going to be a mining ship. You could also change the seed when you're selecting from the faction. Each individual faction throughout the galaxy is going to have different designs. They're all going to roughly look weird. So this is going to be a mining ship. So I'm going to call it the Iron Breaker. Show my stats. Oh, that's great. 51 tons. Remember, it costs 500 iron to make this thing. Which is fine. So now the shipyard's going to produce that thing. That little block. Come on. Where's the shipyard? So if we go to the shipyard, you can see it's producing. See this line right here? That's it producing that little block. I don't know why it takes so long to produce a fucking block. Like, dude, it's not fucking rocket science. It's a block. All right, there we go. Now our block is made. So what I do here is you go into this menu and you can left click on it, and then you hit T, and it'll put you in that ship. Then I hit B to enter building mode. Over here, you got all your blocks that you could build from. As you can see, I can't do anything with nanite. However, I could do titanium and iron. I gotta be careful though, because I don't have engineers, blah blah blah. And down here, you'll see the hull strength. See how it's already deteriorating? So I gotta make this a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna go over here to the save design, the little floppy disk looking icon. And these are all the stuff that I've kind of worked on. That I pulled from the workshop, but I kind of made them my own. We're gonna start with the freighter. Can I make? Oh, shit. Can we go iron with that, actually? See, there we go. See, we can make this guy. However, this is what we're gonna start with. Oh, iron? Oh. Okay, I guess we're not gonna start with that. It's 7,000. We're gonna start with the freighter, then. Which is fine, because that's gonna turn it into a mining ship later on, but it's gonna give us 4 subsystems. Give it a second. It is on a server. There it goes. Mail. Profit incoming. Yeah, it's talking about trade. We'll cover that later on. Right now, we don't exactly have what we need for that. So, let's go back to this shipyard real quick. The benefits of using an actual ship over the drone is one, the ship will move a lot faster. Where are the docks? There they are. So I need to actually dock with this thing to buy crew from them. Try not to hit them, because you'll actually lose relations with them if you do that. Okay. Hire crew. So it'll tell you down here once you kind of do it real fast. So once you're actually docked, as you can see the little thing glowing green. Here, let me actually move away from it. Once you get within range, the tractor beam thing, as you can see there, will come up. You can hold down F, and then it'll tractor beam you to it. Then you hit F again, it'll bring up this menu. You go down to the bottom, hire crew. Once again, down here at the bottom, this is where it tells you what kind of crew you need. So I need one engineer. I'm actually going to grab two. No, grab one. I just hate how it's like 1.5. Then I need two of you guys. Oh, no, no, no. I need two of you guys. I'm going to grab two gunners. And I know I'm going to need some miners, so I'm going to grab two of these all-rounder crews. They're not as good. As you can see, each one of these does 1.5 instead of 1. Because that's what these guys are going to do. So I'm going to hire these guys. Kind of shitty crew, but I'm going to put them as a miner here. And you do that by pressing this little button. You could assign multiple at a time if you do this. So I could have done 2 and then hit the plus. That doesn't really matter for me right now because I don't have that much crew. So there's all different kinds of crew you want on your ship. Each one has a specific task, obviously. This guy's going to help maintain the ship's functionality. This guy's going to maintain the ship's hull. This guy's going to operate the mining turrets that we're going to put on, and this guy's going to maintain the actual turrets. Now, once you're out of all that, you got your crew, you hit I, you come up here to subsystems. This is where you install all the geeks. So we want that revealing radar booster. So, I mean, that's okay. We want some power, more power. More power is always good. Combat turret. Yep. We want that. It's going to allow us to put on more turrets. So if you go back into build mode, you come over here. This is where all your turrets are. You start out every time with just these kind of turrets. 2 long-range machine guns or whatever. Bam. Bam. And 2 mining turrets. Shut up, get on there. Okay. After you've put the turrets on, you get out all that, you hit I again. Come over here to ship. Now you can put them in groups. I like to put my regular turrets on 1, my mining turrets on 2, defense on 3, and torpedoes 4 or 5 through 9. So this one I can actually turn off my mining turrets and I got these little guns. Or I can turn off the guns and I have just my mining turrets. I believe it starts you off with right click. If you hold down right click, you can kind of look around like this without moving your ship. So I can move just forward and I can have my guns pointing this way. It's kind of part of combat. Anyways, I need to get to the equipment dock really fast, which... Turn off all the guns. We don't need them on. There's also defensive turrets you can get that'll shoot down torpedoes later on. And once you've grouped them, you need to give them the command to shoot down, like, torpedoes and fighters and stuff. So, in order to do that... What the hell? Rules of the trade. So, in order to do that, you need those turret slots, which... Actually, do we have any more turret slots? Yeah, we have one. One turret slot. Alright. Yeah, I turned off the autosave because eventually that autosave folder got up to like 2 gigs, and I'm like, dude, that's excessive for autosave builds. And if you don't feel comfortable with the view of your ship, you can go to escape, go to game options, which is this menu, and you got the... So if I wanted it over here, I could do that. See how it's changing? I do like the vertical up higher, and the depth back a bit. There we go. And this ship's a little bit smaller than most, so it's actually probably not, that's probably too far. You can also use the mouse wheel. Scroll in and out, but you can't use it for... As far as I can tell, you can't use it for, like, the offset, the other offsets, the vertical and horizontal offsets. There's a dock there. Oh, you ass! It's like, yeah, I see you trying to dock there. I'm gonna steal that dock. Okay, fine then. I will take this one. There we go. Tractor beam, please. Thank you. So we wanted one of these two. Which one's the different? Which one's different? This one does 11 kilometers. This one does 12. Okay, so this is better. We're gonna take this one for now. It's cheap. And once we install it, this will tell us when we warp into a sector if there's a valuable object. It'll scan up to a certain range, as you can see. It'll tell us claimable asteroids, which is what we got at the beginning, which is how we're going to start making some money. It's also going to tell us flight recorders. That's how you find like abandoned wrecks. You can claim those ships if you repair them. Treasures like the hidden stashes. You got to be careful with that though, because sometimes it'll lead you, if you go to a sector full of hidden stash boxes everywhere, they're actually owned. So yeah, so this one does a highlight range of 12.8 kilometers, which is pretty poor, but it'll get us going for right now. Oof, my power consumption kind of sucks. Now, how much storage do we get with this thing? So to check all your stats, if you go to press B for build mode, over here it'll give you all the stats. Cargo hold 615. That's actually not bad. So, and now you can see on the map we're also getting the yellow. Damn, there's a lot of yellow blips. So if we warp to one of those, and if there's a claimable asteroid or something there, there we go. It'll tell us as soon as we warp in. Down in the lower left-hand corner, it'll tell you valuable objects detected. So we shall see what is there. Sometimes it'll just be a huge asteroid field or some pirates or something stupid. Or a wormhole. See down there in the lower left-hand corner, valuable objects detected. You can hold down shift to get your mouse. You click that button. If it's close enough to your detector, it'll tell you. I am not... Ooh. Can't see shit here. Usually the first thing I do when I do warp into one of these is to find an immediate warp out somewhere safe away from pirates. I can't see shit. This visibility is crap. And if you hit R, you can select the nearest enemy. Just trying to keep an eye on them. And I look for... Okay, I got 17 seconds on that. It's a piece of junk, but it'll get us going. I am not seeing anything in here. It's hoping for an asteroid, but it doesn't look like it. Can we scan yet? 3, 2... And, oh, there it is. Whatever it is. There it is. There's an asteroid. Claimable. Let's take it and get out. Oh, God. Oh, I don't want to find a mine. Sell it. Give me money. Took a little bit of damage there. Not too bad, but we got some money. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing here for a little while until the next episode. So, yeah, that's the first installment of this tutorial series / playthrough. So there's going to be a little bit of both. I figured combining it would be a good way to draw in both crowds that I want on this channel. So once again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, do feel free to leave some comments. Let me know if there's something specific you want to see. Oh yeah, we're getting mail about the pirates. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.